It's time now for the latest in local news. In the news on Thursday morning, the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce held its annual post-legislative luncheon at Coastal Pines Technical College. Good crowd on hand to hear from our local delegation. State Representative Stephen Meeks and Buddy DeLoach and State Senator Blake Tillery all on hand. WIFO-FM on hand had a chance to catch up with the three men as well. Today we'll hear from two of them, beginning with State Representative Buddy DeLoach, who says he's simply glad to be back inside Georgia.
Here, State Representative Buddy DeLoach here at the post-legislative luncheon, and as you said, it's good to be back inside Georgia.
Absolutely. It's great to be in Wayne County, and one thing that made it so much fun today was having these young folks. It always inspires me to look out at our future and those that are going to take care of us in our old age.
Well, you left them with a good message in. You told them all this social media stuff. You got to really check it out to see what's true, what's not true.
And that is important, I have no doubt. There are those people whose goal is to stir discontent among us.
Tell us about the session, your highlights.
Well, it seemed awfully quick, and as I recall, it's always that way the first session of a term, because you don't get anything done early. Bills have to get introduced. They have to go through the committee process, so it seems you're almost halfway through before you do anything of any substance. We had some big goals this year, and we didn't get all of them to the finish line, but we'll be ready to go early next session.
Education always a big topic. Your thoughts on the educational bills that passed?
I think the early literacy programs are incredibly important. If we can have children reading on grade level or above when they exit the third grade, we are way ahead of the game. And I think that's one of the areas where we failed our children. And I'm just delighted to see the emphasis put on that early literacy program.
Okay, buddy, always good to see you. What's your plans now with the session over? You got anything?
I'm going to try.
You're going to do a lot of fishing?
I'm going to try to get my boat cleaned up and see if the motor will run and see if I can find a couple of trout and redfish and maybe even a flounder here and there.
There you go. Well, again, thanks for everything. Appreciate you being on the show during the session, and have a good summer.
Thank you. It's great to be in Wayne County.
And once again, those comments of State Representative Buddy DeLoach. We also talked with State Representative Stephen Meeks, who worked hard in Atlanta during the session to get House Bill 189 passed, which will raise the weight limit on Georgia roads to benefit farmers in the forestry industry. He also informed everyone that peaches took a hit and will be hard to find. Here was our conversation with State Representative Stephen Meeks.
Here's State Representative Stephen Meeks. First of all, congratulations on House Bill 189. As I said, you got up there, had a lot of opposition, had to jump through a lot of hurdles, a lot of discussions, but you got it passed.
We did, thank you, Bob, and it's great to be with the Chamber today for the post-legislative luncheon. Appreciate the sponsors of that and the Chamber really pulling the group together. But we got House Bill 189 across the finish line. It was a lot of work and a lot of people involved on both sides, those who supported, those who didn't. But we had a lot of work supporting it, and it really were able to get across the finish line right at the last minute.
Heard something today really concerns me. A lack of peaches in the state of Georgia. We're the peach state. What's happening?
The cold weather and the cold weather took out the crop.
That's terrible.
It is. My friend, Chairman of the House Agriculture Committee, Robert Dickey, has a peach farm in Musella, and his indications have been that they may have enough to run their retail shop this summer, but that may be about it. And that's really for the southeast, for Georgia and South Carolina.
Talk about the rest of the session, some of the highlights. What were you happy with, not happy with?
Well, it was a great session. You know, it was kind of historical in a way. It's been the first time in 60 years we've had a new Speaker of the House and a new Lieutenant Governor that really getting their footing in their chambers and really moving forward from there. We had some great legislation to come out. House Bill 189 did take a lot of my time to get that accomplished. So we passed a great budget. We were able to fund the blueberry researcher within the budget. We were able to fund also some peach research specialists and also some individuals within the Cooperative Extension Service for peanuts over in the Tifton area. So I think we've done a lot of great things, and then we were able to provide state employees with a pay raise from school teachers to police officers and across the board. So we really worked hard to to spend taxpayer money the way that you would want us to spend it in the services that the state offers.
Everybody knows you got the farm, so I know you're going to be busy with that. But anything else you're looking forward to now that the session's over?
Well, just getting the crop in the ground. You know, we've had some good rains the past couple of weeks, right around Easter and following up. So we'll be at the farm, finishing up transplanting tobacco crop and getting to planting cotton and peanuts before long.
Well, once again, I want to thank you for Mondays with me. It's always good to have you on the show. And like I said, that you stopped by in the studio. That was good to see you. It's always good to see you.
It's a highlight of my week when I get to do the show on Monday mornings. I just appreciate the listeners and you guys for giving me the opportunity to do it, because y'all stay booked pretty frequently. And it's hard to get on the show. The world famous. Appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity.
Well, it's always good to have you. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
And once again, those comments to Stephen Meeks. We'll hear from State Senator Blake Tillery on Monday, and all 3 men on hand Thursday for the Chamber's post-legislative luncheon. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.